TPJAIA to 90210. His previous types of jobs have been the City of San Diego Plans Examiner, Project Architect for Merrill Construction and Jackson Design. His spouse's name is Pat. His children, his son is Matthew. He has a grandson named Cameron. And his animals are a cat named Midge. His hobbies include bowling, golf, playing the guitar. I know he plays very good. City of residence is Chula Vista. He's been there for 54 years. His primary goal in life is to achieve financial freedom, but my monthly passion income exceeds my monthly expenses. Something no one knows about me is that my true last name is Sullivan. His key to success is continuing to grow myself spiritually and communicate from the heart and be a servant to many. So welcome to Tim Jones.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you, BNI. I appreciate Manny and all he does for our group and getting me back in the cycle since my chair recently changed. And I wanted to introduce you to who I am and what I do. Although I am an architect and I do many different facets of architecture, I've discovered over the last couple of years that an architect is not who I am. And this was a great awakening for me, because as an individual, I serve many people, I have many skills, and I can get many things accomplished in life. One of those happens to be architecture, and that's why I'm here at BNI. I'll tell you a little bit about me and what I do. So you know, you've heard me say that I do residential architecture, I do remodels and room additions, and I've been doing that since, well, 1977. It's been a long time. It's all I've ever done. I've done it right out of college, and that's kind of what I want to tell you this morning. I can tell you a lot of technical things. I can tell you how to draw a set of plans or why you should invest more in your master bathroom or your kitchen than you should in a family room, because it brings you more return on your investment and all these other things. But I'd rather tell you how I got started. So I want to tell you a little story this morning about how I got started. It's a good story. Like I said, it was in 1977. I graduated from Hilltop High School right here in Chula Vista in 1975. Thought I'd go out to Southwestern College, and my intention was to become a landscape contractor. I really admire Donovan because that's hard work. I studied that for 2 years. I learned the Latin names. I learned the plant anatomy. I learned how to grow green leafy substances in greenhouses. This was in the 70s, and I was very good at what I did. It was all personal use, so we don't have to go any farther than that. What I discovered is after 2 years of learning how greenhouse operations worked and turf management and trees and all these great things, I had to go into the classroom and I had to learn the scientific side of things. I had to study botany, and that was the end of the line. I did not like learning what made a plant grow. I really didn't care that there was like veins and blood in a plant and these things. So the bottom line is I left college. I was unemployed. My benefits had run out from my dad's VA program, and I knew a friend that was also into green leafy substances, and he worked at a blueprint supply store. He used to drive, and he would go out to architects and engineers around town and pick up their drawings and run their prints and take them back to them. This is before computers. This was when we used to use a pencil on something called paper, and that's how we drew. Okay. Anyway, his name, and I share this with you because it's relevant, his name happened to be Don Cunningham. I still know Don. He's still around. We were best of friends at the time. So Don used to go to this one guy's office in Chula Vista. He was a draftsman, and he would deliver his things. And one day Don said, "Hey, do you need any help?" And the guy says, "Well, actually, I'm kind of busy, and I could use a draftsman." He goes, "Because I know a guy that used to draw in high school. I actually took 1 semester of drafting in school." So he said, "Okay, now, unbeknownst to the owner of the company, he didn't know his name was Don Cunningham. At the time in Chula Vista, the head of the building department was named Don Cunningham. Now, I didn't know the head of the building department, and Don Cunningham didn't know that Don Cunningham was the head of the building department. Nobody knew anything. So my friend calls me and says, "Go see Robin. He might have a job for you." So I go see Robin. I come in. I say, "Hi, my name's Tim Jones. Glad to meet you." I said, "Yeah, my friend Don Cunningham told me to come down here." Well, all of a sudden, he just perked right up, and I didn't understand it. He showed me some of his work. He said, "Can you do this work?" I said, "Yeah, it's been a little while, but I probably can. If you know, let me get a running start, and I'll catch up." And he says, "Okay, great, you're hired." No resume, no work performance, didn't cut my hair, okay? Didn't smoke before I got there. I come in Monday morning, we go on and on, he likes my work, it works real good. A couple of weeks go by, and my friend Don Cunningham shows up to make a pickup. And he walks in and he goes, "Hey Tim, you got the job." I said, "Hey Don, what's up?" And my new boss is just looking kind of, "What is this?" Don, he said, "That's my friend Don Cunningham." And the guy was just floored. He couldn't believe it. He just, my long-haired hippie friend, right? So he leaves and he looks at me, he says, "You know, you came in and you told me your friend was Don Cunningham." I said, "Well, yeah." He goes, "Well, I thought that your friend was Don Cunningham at the Chula Vista Building Department. I was immediately impressed. I had full confidence in you and I hired you on the spot." What can I say? I didn't lie. You know, I told the truth. You know, this is the way things work out in my life. And I share this with you because this is a very personal experience. I've got dozens of stories and I don't have dozens of minutes, but that one will always remain with me because it's mine and it's where I came from. You know, I say in my goals that the way I improve my life, one of my keys to success is to continue to grow spiritually. I believe we're energy. I believe that what I want in life will come to me if I exhibit that which I want. So if I want more smiles in my life, I go give away more smiles. And you know what? I get a lot of smiles these days. And when I want more happiness in life, I find ways to go make people happy. That's what I do in life. I want to make life wonderful for people. And what I find when I do that, people are gravitated toward me and they make my life wonderful. And that's the way I operate my business. I recently am having a great experience, and I want to share this with you because this is a BNI, and I've got time to do it. BNI has become very integral in my growth. When I first came to BNI, it was all about business. I thought it was all about profit. I was way, way off base. Recently, Sarah Lopez of One Time Plumbing, bless you, Sarah. I love this girl. I love this family. They're marvelous folks. If you haven't done a one-to-one with her, you need to sit down and get way beyond plumbing, okay? She has a husband who has a cousin who is an excellent, skilled young girl, needs some work. Sarah calls me, says, "Can you help her?" I said, "I don't know." She calls me. We miss each other 3 or 4 times. We've got phone numbers mixed up. Long and the short of it is I meet this young lady. She's got mad skills, Alex. She's really, really good. So I hired her. Now, I just switched chairs 4 weeks ago. In the last 3 years since 07, really about 4 or 5 years, business has been pretty bad. I meet this young lady, I reach out to her because she's really good. So I bring her on board. No sooner do I give her work, Sarah calls me with another lead. Now I'm going to go meet her dad and help him out. My phone starts ringing. I got a job in Rainbow last week. Now I got another job lined up in La Jolla for a doctor. I mean, they're just getting bigger and better. And I didn't go out and advertise. I'm not saying advertising is a bad thing. What I did, though, is I didn't look for external references to improve my life. I went inside, and I changed me. And when I changed, my world changed. And people began to come into my world that made my world a better place to live in. And a lot of that, I can tell you, I attribute to this very chapter. There's some people who have been here since I've been here and longer. There's some newer folks that I don't know yet. We haven't one-to-one. But I would encourage you to get to know each other on a personal level. Business is good. We all want to make money. But we're here for the long haul, and we can make a difference in our community if we work together, trust each other, and grow together. So thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.